What's up guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you 7 aesthetic mods for your Focus ST engine bay. Basically what that means is these are just all mods that make it look better and don't enhance performance. I will be making a video on some of the best performance mods later down the road, but I just figured I'd do this now since I kind of have it easy to get to and everything. So I'm just going to show you the 7 aesthetic mods that I have that some of them are a little bit more popular, some of them aren't, and actually I just thought of another one now, so there'll be a bonus one at the end, I guess. But the first thing there is your intake tube. I would recommend either painting it or gold heat wrapping it. If you have an aftermarket one, this might not be as big of a deal. Mine was, because I bought mine used and it was all scratched and it was black anyways. So I put heat wrap on it because there's a chance that it increases performance and gets colder temperatures. Might not, who knows. But I might as well put it on there because it made it look better than the paint job that was on it, and it couldn't really be repaired because it was like scratched and everything. So if you have an aftermarket intake and it's black, maybe paint it a color that matches the color scheme of your car. Or even if you have a stock one, you could try the heat wrap. I got it. It wasn't too expensive. I bought it off eBay. Just look up, I believe it's DEI heat wrap or something like that. There's one brand, if you research it, that is the one that works, that actually has like the technology backed up in the tape. It's not just like gold duct tape or something. But that's the first mod to make it look better, especially the stock intake. I think it's pretty ugly with like the little heat shield thing it has on it and just the shape it is. So that's the first one, is changing the color of your intake or heat wrapping it. The second engine bay mod is carbon fiber overlays. As you can see, I've done right here, they're a little dirty because it rained and got in there, but there's also one right there. I did some on the coolant cap, but I have a video on these. If you scroll back on my channel a few videos ago, I showed how I did these. This was $30 to do these two, that, and I also have some in my interior. I did the e-brake and shifter trim around there. You can see that more up close in the actual carbon fiber overlay video, but it's super cheap. You just buy this weave off of eBay, and it's like kind of like a cloth, but it's carbon fiber. It looks like that. And then I just bought some $20 resin off Amazon, and you just gotta layer it and keep sanding it over and over again until it looks good like this. And this one you can see there's a faint line in it from being shipped, and it was folded, so now I know not to do that again. Maybe I'll redo it one day, but it still looks better than that cheap looking plastic. And you don't have to spend, like, each of these pieces are over $100 if you want to get them from like an official company. So I would rather save the money and spend extra time learning how to do something new and do the project. So if you enjoy stuff like that, I would definitely recommend carbon fiber overlays. Now that I've practiced on these parts, I'm going to do some more things later on. I'll show you in future videos, like the mirrors. But you can see that one right there. That piece didn't come out super smooth, but this one came out almost perfect. It looks like a part that I ordered from, like an official company. But it definitely looks good, definitely looks a lot better, kind of a good way to spice up your engine bay and make it look a little bit more expensive. But yeah, I would definitely recommend doing carbon fiber overlays if you're up for a project. If not, you could just spend the money to buy it from another company. But the second mod is a little bit of a smaller one, but you may have noticed it. It is these like dress-up bolts and washers. These I actually got for under $1. I ordered them from China just one day. I might have ordered them before I even had my car, just because I saw them and they were super cheap and had like a super long shipping time. I just ordered them. I was like, maybe I could use them, maybe not. And they ended up fitting perfectly. I didn't even check the size or anything. But you can get these on eBay that have like a realistic shipping time for $10 or less. They have all kinds of different colors. There's also more premium companies that make like titanium ones and ones meant for this car if you search it up. But I just got these cheap ones and they fit. And actually right here, these used to be plastic clips, and these don't fit in the little clip holes because they're too big. So what I did was I wrapped the threads of these in electrical tape, just enough so they'd fit in, so they all fit in snug like clips, and they hold this piece on, but they look like bolts. And then I also used them right here to hold the headlights in, and right there, and they all fit there, and they make the engine bay look a lot better, because here they just had those regular bolts that were, you know, kind of like rusty and like stripped looking from previous owner, and then just the cheap plastic clips. So these look a lot better. And you know, I don't like it when people just like spray paint like their whole engine cover just solid red or something. That's just too much for me. So I like adding little things like this. So these little things are a nice way to add a little bit of color to your engine bay, and they match kind of the little red theme I have going on. But I've also seen, I'll show you, let me take off my engine cover because that's not part of anything. I've seen someone, you can actually use them for these here. They should fit in all of those holes too. I haven't done that yet. I actually need to do that, but they do fit in those, in this little like wire holder thing. So I'm pretty sure that they fit in these holes too that are around here. I've seen pictures of that. But yeah, that's a nice way to make your engine bay look a little bit nicer, add a little bit of color. That might even work here. I haven't even tried it yet, but you know, just kind of experiment with it. There might be other places on the car you could put them to just kind of dress up the engine bay a little bit. But moving on to, let's see, I forgot, this is the 4th mod, I believe. If I'm wrong, I'll correct that in editing, but I think this is the 4th mod, and this is just painting small little things like this hood latch right here and this dipstick. So you can see this one's actually Plasti Dip, and this one is just spray paint. I'm probably going to peel that off and spray paint it, but I didn't really like the bright yellow that they are originally, just because it didn't really go with anything. So I just popped this out. This piece right here pops out, and I taped off this black part and spray painted it, and then same thing with the dipstick, just pull it out, paint it. And I think it looks better than the yellow. I personally, probably red or like orange would be the only other color I'd paint it, because I'm pretty sure that they're yellow for a reason. I'm pretty sure like for firefighters and stuff like that, they're supposed to be bright colors. But I mean, if the car's on fire, it's on fire. So, I mean, yeah, I painted it red just because it looks a lot better that way. So yeah, that's just a nice little thing you can do. Maybe you could paint this if you don't want to do the carbon fiber overlay on it or something like that. But just two little things that I think kind of like made it match the rest of the engine bay. So that's a nice cheap mod you could do. Moving on to the 5th mod, we are going moving on to the 5th mod. It is different colored vacuum lines. This is probably a little bit harder one to do because I haven't actually taken off my other vacuum lines, but I'm pretty sure stuff like this and this can easily be replaced if you just kind of trace where it snaps on. But the main one I've done is just this red one right here, which goes to my Symposa Delete. This routes my blow-off valve to a true vacuum source. I have a video on that too. If you scroll back a little bit, you'll find that. But this just adds a little bit of color, you know, just adding some of the more whole red theme going to it. But that's just another thing you can do to kind of make it look better, so your engine's not all black and plasticky looking like this is. I was thinking about one day maybe taking the valve cover off and painting it like a metallic red, like a candy red kind of type thing, like that, kind of like the metal ones are, because I hate how it's all plasticky and has all the black wires and everything. I might try that. I don't really know how hard it is to take off, but maybe one day I will make a video on that. But yeah, the vacuum lines, that's a pretty simple thing to do, not too hard, especially if you just do that one. It looks fine just how it is, like that. On to the next one, we have the washer fluid cap. This one, I know it's an issue on, I don't know if it's the pre-facelift or it might just be all of them, but the windshield wiper fluid cap breaks. It like curls up and cracks and doesn't stay on. And the new one is $40 from Ford, so why would you do that when you can get a $5 Mentos one? So this is a nice thing, just kind of make it look nicer. You could maybe try carbon fiber overlay on it or painting it. I just left mine as the Mentos thing because it's like the Mentos white and it's the white cap, so it matches my car. I just thought it's kind of funny, but you could take the sticker off and it'd still be like a nicer looking cap. So that's a fun little thing you could do, just to switch that out. I actually already had these Mentos and never like eat them, so might as well just use the cap. So that's something you do, find one of those. I think they make them in blue and like pink and green and stuff like that. So you could find all the different colors or just paint it. But yeah, that's a cheap mod, just kind of make your engine bay a little unique. It's kind of funny, like people have commented on it at car shows and stuff. But the next mod is going to be the airbox cover. Now this is sort of performance because it might help get more airflow or colder air. I mean, I don't really know. I just kind of did it so I can get more turbo noise and you can see the filter. But I have a video on this. This strip right here was $7. It was like twice this length, but I cut it. And this is actually the stock airbox. I just cut out a section. You can see there's still a section of it here to hold the filter in, and I cut it right there all the way around, put the seal on it, and it just about seals on the hood. It would if I had that sound deadening in there, but I took that out. But I do have a video on this. Super cheap, fun project. That's one of the first things I did. You get more turbo noise and you can see the filter, which I think the filter looks a lot better than that black plastic that's normally there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Just a few things to give you some ideas to spice up your engine bay a little bit, make it look a little nicer. So maybe you could actually have your hood open at car shows, even though it's still a Focus, still has all the plasticky engine. But I just thought I might as well make it look a little bit better. And actually, I just forgot, but moving on to the bonus mod, it's this silicone elbow right here. If you have an intake, you probably already have one of these that fits your intake. But I just bought this off Amazon. It was, I actually have a video on this too. It's the video titled like cheap high flow intake or something like that. That was under 20 bucks. It's like a 3-inch, 45-degree elbow. And I just cut it and put the OEM clamps on it. And that's red and doesn't have like that accordion looking stock one. So I think that looks a lot better. Such a little bonus mod. Yeah, you probably could find them in different colors, maybe black, or I did red, just to match the rest of the car. But that's pretty much it for this video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.